Robin Petgrave founded tomorrow's Aeronautical Museum to not only teach youth about the Tuskegee Airmen, but give local youth of all races a place where they can go and learn about their own high potential to make a difference in the world.
Two young pilots are back home in Southern California tonight after making a little bit of history.
Andre is learning to fly here. It's called
Tomorrow's Aeronautical Museum. It's based out of Compton, sponsored their record-breaking accomplishments.
The place both of them learned to fly free of charge.
Just like dozens of other kids do here every day, staying off the streets, working full-time for flight time.
Kind of teach them work ethic and the value of a dollar, and if you put in sweat equity, you can get the rewards of being able to be a pilot.
This is Tomorrow's Aeronautical Museum.
We have kids that come here from all walks of life.
We want to learn how to fly!
Our mission is to introduce and educate the youth and the community to the wonderful world of aviation.
That's the thing with the museum, we got 9-year-old kids that already have a plan. You know how many dudes you know that just living day to day?
Got a plan at 30. But now this girl is 15 years old.
Yeah.
How do you think that? What does that say for her future?
It's limitless.
Since I was 5 years old, I'd be walking around saying, I want to be a cardiovascular surgeon. People would be like, what's that? I'm like, it's a heart surgeon.
This is a very, very important thing as far as Tuskegee is concerned. Why? Because we have a young person who at an early age is involved in achievement. When you have a young lady who takes that bold step, when you have a young person who is willing to give a bit more, to step beyond, it's a kind of thing that really indicates great leadership at an early age. Others will follow. Why? Because she's a proven commodity.
A dream can be made true by our young people based solely on their desire, their determination, and will.
They inspire kids to live out their dreams, whether they be a pilot, whether they even be in aviation. We know now that science, technology, engineering, and math are the cornerstone to any successful life.
The Tuskegee Airmen protected the lives of over 70,000 white bomber crews, and many of these crewmen were not allowed to meet any Tuskegee Airmen simply because of the racist attitudes of their commanding officers. We had the pleasure of righting one of those wrongs when we arranged for Ken Anhalt and Mr. Ted Lumpkin to meet in Burbank, California at Banpro Film and Video.
Well, during World War II, you know, the whole military was segregated. You know, during the war.
Yeah.
And it was one of the things that basically happened was because of the success or the experiences of the Tuskegee Airmen, that the military ultimately became desegregated.
If you think, when I was with the Air Force, we lost 50 planes in a day. Mm-hmm. That was 500 men. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of people gone. Yeah. It was really one of the most unusual sights when they used to send up 2,000 bombers and 2,000 fighters. And one day I was the last man in the last squadron in the last ship to go over.
The legacy of the Tuskegee Airmen is one of service to their country and of great determination and sacrifice. The fallen 66 are the Tuskegee Airmen whose remains have never been recovered. Their families endeavor to bring them home.
How do you feel about your part in media building that makes a lot of these things happen? Are you aware of that?
Well, I am. I mean, one of the reasons I did the film was to give young people today a sense of their own history, which a history that, you know, when you really get down to it, they don't really have much available to them in the media.
Right.
And and again, the problem is the people who become part of, say, Black history are the exceptional ones. The Martin Luther Kings, the Douglases, the people, people who are way above everybody else. And I wanted to make a movie about just regular guys, regular people, like everybody else, just like the rest of us, and teenagers, 19, 20, 22 years old kids who went out and became heroes and helped save the country from a very horrible fate. That anybody can be a hero.
Your memories of combat and some of those people that you now know were listed as missing and killed. What are your thoughts?
Well, one of the things about being 21, you think you're going to live forever, and you think everybody around you is going to live forever. Also, you feel that your skill will enable you to survive, and they won't. And then, of course, the element of chance. You know, if an engine cuts out on takeoff, there's not a hell of a lot you can do about it. So that when I think about that, I think that I was very damn fortunate to survive. I think I was very damn skilled to survive. But I also think that some of them may not have had the skill. Some of them fell into bad luck, and some of them were doing courageous things, attacking the enemy, making a target, flying a mission, and things just got in the way. It might have been engine trouble, it might have been anti-aircraft fire, it might have been a bad takeoff. So it's very touching to see this, but it's also very impressive that these were such young men, and I like to say handsome young men, because the Tuskegee Airmen were some of the most, including your dad, some of the most handsome people you've ever met. And you could see that. That was the cream of the black race at that time. And the young people who are in the service now, if you put their pictures on and uniforms, like, they look the same way. So it really lets you know that, in a sense, as a combat pilot, you're lucky to survive, but you also feel badly about those people who you lost, and as about 5 or 6 of them were in my class, so I know them very well, knew them very well.